Hi there. In the next video, we're going to see how to format cells and ranges. We're going to go to our sheet in Microsoft Excel, and there's a little bit of changes, but we still have the store numbers, the days of the week, the total unit, the units sold by each of the stores, and then we have three more rows. The first row, it shows the total units sold by the 10 stores altogether. It's the sum of all the cells above. The variation shows how the number of total units sold varies from Tuesday to Monday, from Wednesday to Thursday, from Thursday to Wednesday, and Friday to Thursday. And the number above is just the percentage change. So what we're going to do is tinker around a little bit with the formatting to make this look a little bit better. So there are many things that you can do through Microsoft Excel. But if you see, for instance, the variation and percentage change, since we don't have the data from the previous Sunday, we won't be having anything here. So we can just go ahead and merge these cells so that it looks better. We can merge the cells, we can merge it center and give it in center it or not. But in this case, I like it centered. So what we're going to do is if we want to change the alignment, we can use up here in home in the alignment, we can keep it aligned to the left, center it, or align it to the right. In fact, we're going to keep it centered like the one underneath. We're also going to play around with the words and the titles. If you press shift or if you press control, you can select multiple items. And what we're going to do here, since we're talking about titles, we're going to boldface it. And in the same case, we're going to do this with the headings too. What we're also going to do is we're going to change the color of these cells. We can do a blue, for instance, and in the totals we won't. But what we'll do is across we can add a line. Everything here is in the menu home. You can do is add a bottom border to see that this is the addition, and the addition maybe we can put it in a different color so that you can see that these are the added numbers. Let's do dark green, and let's do the same for the variation. The next thing that we're going to do is this text here. It might not be too clear. Everything's a little bit together. So if the text doesn't fit the cell that you're in, you can always click wrap text down here, and it will automatically adjust it to fit the cell. And since I like how this looks, because it gives some space for the totals and so on, I'm going to use the paintbrush, the format painter. I'm going to copy this format to the rows below. Then, what other things don't I like here? The store numbers, since they're different, they're actually names, not real numbers. We're not performing any operations with them. Let's do them cursive. And for instance, yeah, let's do all these numbers. Let's change them from general format to a number format. A number format will give it automatically 2 decimal spaces. These are units, for instance. As you see, there are many other options for this. If we're talking currency, if we were talking text, it would be general. We can do dates. And percentage is the one I want to get to, because down here we were talking about percentages. But again, these are way too many decimal points. So what we can do here is, you see these 2 icons, we can add less. We can remove some to keep 2, which is what you normally would use, or you can add as many as you want. So in this case, you see at some point it doesn't fit. Let's stick to 2, and in fact, let's make it a decimal percentage number. You can either do it up here, percentage, or down here, percentage. And let's keep 2 decimals. Then the total numbers, again, if we're talking, if we're keeping 2 decimals up. So just to sum up, here we can change the font and the number of the font. We can make it bigger, we can make it smaller. If we want to keep the same format for both cells, we just have to copy it, and it will reduce everything again. The next thing you can do is you can add boxes to the whole table if you wanted. You can also change the color of the cells and the color of the font. For the alignment here, for instance, if we have this one's way bigger, You can align them on the top, in the middle, or on the bottom. And the next things you can do is what we were seeing earlier. You can keep aligned to the left, to the center, or to the right. You can flip the angle of the letters, for instance, but this you won't be using as much. The thing that we were using here is the wrap text function to make it fit the whole cell that we're working on. You can merge here, merge in center, merge across, or merge cells without changing the alignment. In order to unmerge the cells, you just have to click here again, and you keep two separate cells. And then we're talking about the number formats. These are all the formats that are available to you. You can convert the number to a percentage automatically by clicking here, and then you can play with the decimal points.